we want to take you up to New York and continue our team coverage.
That's right,
now.
Because in all of this, they're still finding signs of life among the thousands that are feared dead. And we have two crackerjack reporters that have been ably standing by and bringing us up-to-minute reports from the front line.
Greg Coy is joining us now, and we thank you for your coverage. And Angie Racono has been up there as well, both round the clock as we've been following this story.
Guys?
We're here live outside Bellevue Hospital, where they have found some life inside a crater that was once the World Trade Center.
And for the first time, students returned to school since that terrorism on Tuesday.
And the terrorism on Tuesday left a big gaping hole, what used to be the World Trade Center. It is called Ground Zero. And today, myself and video journalist Brian Michnock got a chance to go in there. It's not an easy place to get to, and it's a place you won't easily forget. Ground Zero, not a pretty name, not a pretty sight.
You ever see pictures of Berlin after World War II? It's like that.
The streets marked with footprints from people who ran when the Twin Towers collapsed. Cars crushed like aluminum cans, waiting for tow trucks.
The people really don't know how devastating it is in there. And the buildings that are involved go a lot further than the Trade Center and the Vista Hotel and the surrounding area.
I don't know how to explain this to you. It's really bad. The thing is, they cannot get the smoke out.
For days now, you've been seeing this cloud hanging over the lower section of Manhattan. Construction workers turned volunteer rescuers say it's because the fires still burn beneath, igniting with trapped gases. And that's producing the smoke that they say is going to be around for several more days. At the core, the World Trade Center, reduced to a shell. At the other end, Liberty Place, 33 stories high and in danger of collapse.
Well, you wonder, what is next? What's going to happen next? You know? Are we going to be here tomorrow?
To get there, you must pass by the Army National Guard, armed and ready. In the crater are the bodies of perhaps thousands. Some of the dead, firefighters and police officers. Volunteers let their brethren remove the bodies.
We find a body underneath there, we'll back off and have a fireman. All the firemen love to, they take care of their own. And we'll back off and they'll take their brother member up. If we recover a cop, the cops come by, we step back and let them do what they have to do with it.
And today, the New York Post, today, the Daily News, reporting what Mayor Giuliani has been saying along, that when all is said and done, they fear that 10,000 people may lose their lives because of this terrorist attack. They're saying about 4,700 people still missing. You have to wonder, after all of this, and we're still just only in, let's see, what, day 2, if New York City will ever come back to any sense of normalcy.
I think part of that process is obviously the children returning to school. Attendance today understandably low. A lot of children have family connections that make it impossible to think about school at a time like this. Other students didn't come because of fear, but for most parents and students, they are glad schools are back open. Flags fly at half-staff outside Midtown West.
It's gonna be tough, but we'll get through it.
School delayed, but open.
I think it's important to get some normalcy back into your life. You have to. You can't let this beat you.
Parents and students embracing anything that resembles the word normal.
I think it's just pitiful. It's just bad times going to happen in this world.
You glad to be back to school today?
I don't know about that, but like my mom said, I gotta go on with my life.
Students have different ways to describe what happened.
2 planes crashed into the Twin Towers. 2 people crashed 2 planes to the Twin Towers.
Ronnie Skipworth's mom worked in the tower.
Oh God, the first thing I thought, maybe my mom didn't make it. And then I actually got in contact with her, and I was jumping for joy.
Teachers say school will be a mix of counseling and classes.
I think normalcy has to continue somehow.
What do you do for class today?
I'm just going to start teaching some math. That's what I teach.
An art teacher brought a painting of a phoenix.
The mythical bird that is destroyed in flames and rises from its own ashes. Stronger.
For some, that process takes time. Some buses arrived empty.
Not too many kids go to school because the parents are afraid.
But for some parents like Cynthia Gonzalez, school means she can go to work.
We have discussed it a lot, you know, what had happened here at the World Trade Center. It's really, really hard for everyone.
including schools teaching more than they ever thought they'd have to. At Midtown West, all of the parents have been found, but a lot of the students there have missing neighbors and family friends. Now, it is different school to school. There is one school that I have heard of where in one class there are 14 students that have at least one parent missing. So just a very devastating scene at a lot of schools today for students and for teachers. Now, obviously, a lot of families that are trying to get some answers, this is where they're coming.
And we showed you earlier about maybe an hour ago how some people are coming right here to the Bellevue Hospital showing pictures of loved ones. And as a matter of fact, over our shoulder, we showed you how there's even one news van that's covered with photographs of people looking for their loved ones. We can tell you here at Bellevue Hospital, they had 4 firefighters that were picked from the rubble. They were brought here to Bellevue Hospital, including in that list, we should add, there was a sanitation worker and, of all people, a rescue worker that were trapped in subsequent falls of debris. We're told by doctors that they have lacerations, some broken bones, some cuts, obviously mentally drained.
Oh, yeah.
But for the matter, they're told that they're going to do all right.
And Greg, I think that rescue today, that late hour, that's giving a lot of families hope because, 24 hours, 48 hours, they are finding people alive. And so a lot of families here, they have hope, but what they're also looking for a lot of answers, asking if people worked with these people, they can tell them what happened in those final moments. People just wanting some conclusion to what happened.
I think they want some closure, and they would like it to have a happy ending. Arthur and Connie, folks, back to you.